In today's tutorial video, we're going to take a look at the new spell changes coming into Clash Royale. Most likely, all of these changes, which I'm going to show you today, are work in progress. So it's your job to let me know in the comment section what you guys think about the spell changes, give feedback, and I can give feedback to Supercell. In case you guys don't want to miss any Clash Royale content just like that, and always want to be up to date with spell changes, make sure to subscribe and make sure to use Critical Morten in the shop. So guys, these are like really, I would say smaller ones, but at least I actually appreciate Supercell doing monthly balance, it seems like, and like even more often here and there when the card feels too broken. I actually like it, that's what I actually said. When we're bringing up more tower troops, more broken concepts in the game, we need monthly balance changes. And these are like, I would say, not the biggest impact. We don't have any tanks, don't really have any win conditions, but I still feel this could be really fun, especially because we got one card which I feel like personally it's completely broken, but let's see what you guys gonna say there. So first of all, currently we got the arrows, right? We got the arrows there, which currently do 93 damage on tournament standard, but it actually gets reduced by 58%. Afterwards, the arrows will just do 39 damage, which I think is absolutely massive. What does it mean, bro? Like, I feel like, of course, the range is still big and so on, but overall, I feel like the spell cycle, this damage arrows actually want to do overall on towers, I feel like it's way too much. I feel like this is like a different approach I would have done. Maybe like I would have maybe changed like the tiles a bit. Maybe like a radius to 3.5 or something. But I think it's an interesting approach, and maybe like changes a bit of the game, because I honestly hate spell cycle. I think it's really bad. I mean, they changed like poison, like all the spells all over the time. I feel like once a year they kind of nerf the spell damage. So even me as a pro, I don't know the spell damage anymore, but I feel like it's a pretty interesting approach. Especially also, I feel like with arrows, yeah, they do way too much damage, but I feel like you don't really cycle too much arrows on a tower, right? With log, I feel like it's happening way often. You know, like against Expert example, they're just like spamming logs, and they just like deal like per game like 1k damage with logs basically, because it always does like around 100 damage on maximum level. But now the log also gets reduced by 50%, so it actually means, as you guys can see, if we go to a tournament standard 58, it will be just 29 damage. So the log actually won't do any damage on tower anymore. So it's basically just the spell itself which does the job, right? It's just like for defensive purpose, or like killing goblin bolts, killing princesses. And when an opponent does like Prince at the Bridge, now you go log. It's like, it was already a bad trade before because the princess does way more damage, but now it will be even worse. So let me know what you guys think about that. I personally love that. I know most of you guys are gonna say, man, log is balanced. I'm always one of the guys, I can be honest, Los, throw the tomatoes at me. I feel like log is way too strong for quite some time, and always asking for a log nerf. Even I'm a log sucker myself. So next up, we got the cannon. Holy shit. Like, I don't know if, like, how does anyone want to tell me that the cannon isn't broken? I feel like it's by far the best building, and it finally gets a nerf, and it's a -6% damage nerf. So currently, the damage is 212. After the nerf, it will be 199. It does not affect the cannon card, but I think that's a really big change. Cannon currently, bro, in this cheap Psychedecks, especially since Evo Cannon now, after the recent buffs, is viable. Or like, I wouldn't even say it's viable, it's like really good. It means like even more people are using Cannon if this evolution is really good. And I just think it's so annoying, man. Like, Cannon evolution, you guys think it's annoying, bro? It's just like basically you got a cannon with a ton of arrows, and you have like a spam deck or something. You can't do anything, but even for beat-on deck, it just like does such a good job, and especially because the cannon is free elixir, you cycle so quickly. And yeah, I don't know, man. I just hate Cannon currently. It was always one of the cards which I was like, okay, you can't hate Cannon, right? But currently, I personally hate it. But let me know what you guys think about that. So Cannon, -6, -6% damage nerf. Okay, next up, we do got the Rage, the Lumberjack, and the Lumberjack evolution. The Rage duration will be after leaving the area, 2 seconds to 1 second. So it basically means, you know, when you have like a troop in the Rage, and it gets out, it still gets Rage like for 2 seconds, but now it will be just 1 second afterwards. After a troop loses the Rage area, the Rage buff would last for up to 2 seconds. Now it will only last up for 1 second. It also affects Evil Lumberjack goals. So I think currently it's always like when Evil Lumberjack gets off the Rage, it still like gets like 2 or 3 shots on the tower, but this won't happen anymore. So I think this is really good, because also really didn't understand, because you play the Rage, you want the troop to be Rage, and when it gets out of the Rage, it still gets Rage. So this is like kind of changing, minus 50% from 2 seconds rage to just 1 second's rage when the troop gets out of the rage range. Man, what are these stuff? So next up, we do get the Electro Wizard there. We get an interesting damage buff by like 5%. So I think this could be really nice. I like Electro Wizard, but I think currently it's pretty dead. So you always have to kind of also see it's like damage twice because it does damage to 2 targets. Currently, damage is like 110. It will be plus 5%. You can kind of think about it. 116. Is it even true, bro? I don't know, bro. I'm bad at math. But yeah, that's exactly what they're saying. So the damage will be plus 5%. So 116 after the balance change. I think could be really cool. I like EWIS. It just like gets outclassed. I remember when EWIS was broken. You guys remember the Christmas? Was it 2017? When actually Supercell released, I think it was even 2016, when Supercell actually released the Electro Wizard with this kind of challenge at Christmas. Everybody was grinding, you could get like as many Electro Wizards as you want to. And people like just farmed it and it was like so broken, it was like unbalanced as fuck, bro. That was a crazy times, man. And since then, yeah, Gottmanstein, you guys know, like every single card, Little Prince. Like you can honestly argue every single new card like which came out was like overshadowing Wizard, which had like a range, right? And also troops like this got an Evo. I would have loved to see like Electro Wizard get an Evo, but maybe soon. Next up, we do got the Evolution Snowball. So slow down duration 2, 3, 2, 4, man. Like another buff, bro. Evo Snowball, bro. Evo Snowball is crazy. So that's really, really crazy. So the slow down duration now is like 4 seconds in the Evo Snowball form, man. This could be really, really big. I feel like they're just like buffing Evo Snowball. At one point it will be busted, bro. And maybe this is gonna be the time now. So it will be like slowed like 1 more seconds, which could be actually really big. Next up, we got a buff, which I'm always concerned about. It's gonna be the Royal Chef, man. I'm so happy that this small shit is out of the meta, bro. I hate him. I hate tower troops. And he finally is out, but he might get back. So the cooking time, currently, if we take a look, can you actually see? Yeah. The cooking time is now 24 seconds to 40, but now it will be 21 seconds to 35 seconds. So it's actually like it's like a buff. I don't know how big this buff will be. I mean, the Tau Troop itself right now sucks. It doesn't do any damage anymore and so on. But yeah, let's kind of see if it actually brings the card back into the meta. I hope not. Let me know what you guys think. But I think this card shouldn't be viable. Maybe in just like 1 or 2 cheese stacks. But overall, I just absolutely hate this card. So next up, we do get the Void. I want to get to the other card like last. Void. Hit frequency between strikes. Okay, so that's interesting. Okay. That means hit frequency between strikes. That's actually like a rework. The last 2 cards. That's really interesting. What does it even mean, like, bro? I can't really test the balance changes now, but like hit frequency between strikes from 1.3 seconds to 1 second. I mean, most likely that it's a bit faster, right? Yeah, I think it's just like a bit faster overall. That's really interesting. Might be like able to kill troops faster or so on, but I honestly don't think it's gonna matter too much. Let me know what you guys think about that. But I feel like overall, maybe it means kind of okay, we're killing your troops a bit faster. And next up, we do get a card, which I think is like a card which I made a strong point on Twitter while he was disagreeing with me. Man, that's a wonder, bro. By Princess. So, the first hit speed currently is 0.5. It will be 0.3 afterwards, which is good, which is a buff in a way. But, no, it's a buff, right? And then the deploy time is like 1 second to 1.2 seconds. So it actually takes a bit more time for her to get deployed. And the thing is, like, I don't know if you guys know that, like, it's some, like, also what Supercell is saying about this is intent to make Princess more fair for players with different tendencies. So that means kinda in some areas in the world, like I feel like in Canada when Riley is, you're actually able to catch the princess when the opponent plays the princess at the bridge and you're ready to play a card. In Germany, the example, it's not possible, bro. It's not possible. When an opponent goes prince at the bridge, and even if you're hovering a card, it's not like, even if you react as fast as you can, it's not possible to play a knight or like something in the middle to kind of play the princess or like to distract the princess, right? You can just predict it. But if your opponent plays a princess at the bridge and you're playing a knight, as fast as you, like, when you see the princess, you play a knight, it still locks on tower. I don't know, let me know what you guys think about it, or like, let me know your experience in your country, where you're from. Is it possible for you to catch a princess without predicting? Because for me, I tested out 1 million times, I've never seen anyone doing that. In Germany, I think it's impossible. I know in some countries it's possible, but for me, it's actually impossible there. So I feel like this could be a really, really good rework. Deploy time 1 second to 1.2 seconds. The first hit speed 0.5 seconds to 0.3 seconds. So overall, a rework. I don't know if it's going to change too much, but at least kind of put it in a way where she's maybe not as strong as she used to be. At the bridge, which I think is really cool because I always like to use princes defensively, sniping up troops and so on, get value on defense, stacking them, but I always hated to play her on offense. This I like the 9, like how you want to call 9 balance changes in Clash Royale. We got 8 cards plus a tower tube. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think about this balance change. I think there's a pretty small average ones, not too big, not gonna shave that too much. At least we got some buffs, because normally I'm always complaining about Supercell bringing in too many nerfs. I feel like we need more buffs, because even like nerfs are good, buffs are shaking up the meta way more. If you like buff dead cards and you have like one bad card which gets way better, it always changes the meta a lot, because people are trying to counter it, then this card gets bad and people are trying to counter this decks and so on. I feel like if you really want to have a changed meta, which I personally finally want to have, that's what Supercell needs to do. Donald, if you're watching this, we need more buffs. Yeah, let me know in the comment section what you guys think about balance changes. I'm out. Thanks for watching. Love you guys. I'm interested to see your comments and feedback about this balance changes. Goodbye.